Welcome back to the channel. Today we have my man Drew Tabor, but I don't want to steal your thunder, bro. You can introduce yourself.
All right, I'm Drew Tabor. I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I go to Pere High School. I'm a 2027 linebacker, and I work with Jacob to get me faster. Yep.
Love to see it. Awesome. Talk to me a little bit about kind of how you felt you were as an athlete before we started working together. I know just 3 months ago at this point.
I'd say I was kind of lost in my training. Like I had the combine coming up in a month, like 2 months, and I wasn't prepared enough. So I came to you to drop some of my times that I thought are crucial for colleges to, look at me. So.
Of course. I like it, man. For you, Andy, I know being really involved in his development and you being very high level, knowing a lot about what's going on in the training space. Kind of what did you think about where Drew was at?
I feel like he was trying harder than he should. I feel like he was overtraining, doing things every single day of the week without getting rest, which kind of translates into the body being tired and fatigued. And, like trying to test out with certain things. He wasn't able to meet his potential because of that. And I think that once he kind of started working with you, I think things became simplified. I think a plan was put in place as to, what he should be doing from strength and speed training perspective, the frequency, the intensity, working in breaks, working in nutrition, all of that. I think you developed the whole spectrum of what needs to be done to improve or get better in objective measures that are really, really tough when you're only trying to improve like by a few tenths of a second or 2 inches or whatever. So
Definitely, for sure. I guess for you, Andy, I know you see me a little bit training in person and that. I guess what stood out to you in as maybe what I was doing in person a little bit, what you saw through my Instagram that kind of made you interested in this entire thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, by no means am I going to talk down about the Pere strength and conditioning program because I feel like it's absolutely valuable. But
Sure.
One of the things that really stood out watching you is that the way that you were training was so much more applicable and functional than a lot of the basic lifts that are pushed at the high school level. The basic lifts have their place absolutely to build raw strength. But I just feel there was a lack of training to apply that strength training to speed. So I think that your program kind of bridged that gap that I kind of feel was missing at that high school level.
For sure. I understand that. For you, Drew, did you end up having any doubts coming into the program or right around when we were starting, when we hopped on the phone for the first time?
I mean, I didn't really think about having any doubts. I was just excited to see where, I saw everyone else's results after working with you, so I was excited to see if I could get the same results as them.
I like it, man. I like it. For you, Andy, did you have any doubts from a parent perspective coming into this?
Not really. I was more excited for a change in what he was doing just because things were starting to plateau. And after talking with you, as well as knowing what I know, having a specialization in, performance enhancement and physical therapy, I knew without a doubt that a lot of the things that you were doing are kind of being looked at most recently in the strength and conditioning literature as being kind of like the new wave way to go. And your style and your program kind of emphasizes, like I said before, that functional nature of like improving your strength and speed. And I didn't have any doubts that after seeing your first program for him, like his individualized plan, like I looked for thoroughly, and absolutely, without a doubt, like I agreed with it. So I was completely like on board with it. So
Love to see it. Glad to hear that. Looking kind of right at the start when we came in, Drew, I know kind of the main thing was speed. Like, what specifically did you feel you need to work on the most right away?
40. That's me. I wanted to get down. All my other ones were like decent times, but my 40 was the big thing I needed to cut down on.
Of course. Let's like talk about right away the entire day one and even into week one. Like, what did you feel we implemented that ended up helping you out the most, or even if there are certain things that like didn't work out the best for you?
Yeah, I'd say for sure. Not like doing as much training as I was doing before. I think that helped me let my body recover, and maybe that's how I gained, like, got my speed up a little bit. So that's what I think.
Yeah, for sure. We don't always have to reinvent the wheel with it. Sometimes we just got to pull back and like what we're actually doing. I think that was really the biggest case.
Yeah.
With you. Awesome, bro. And it's like, did you see any change in like the way you kind of felt as a player? Obviously, having that big statewide combine here in Wisconsin just a couple of days ago, as well, like how you've been interacting with the coaches throughout this time. Has that like changed for you at all?
Yeah, I mean, during the combine, first of all, I felt great. Like, I felt light and fast, and that definitely helped me at times. But and then coaches, I feel more confident talking to coaches and stuff. Talking with you probably helps me like do that a lot. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I know we dove in pretty deep with how do we handle conversations with those coaches and just getting you in front of the right guys and not wasting a bunch of time and money with certain camps while knowing like we got hit this camp for your schedule and like kind of where you're at, which is great, bro. Now, guys, tell the people a little bit about some of the results you've gotten so far.
All right, so I came in at around I was 6'1", about 214, 215. I was training with Jacob. I got my broad jump plus, was it like 5-6 inches? I got a 10. I went from a 9.7 to a 10.1.
There we go.
5.10.5. I dropped that by probably 0.2 of a second, and then I got my L drill that went down drastically by 0.3 of a second. 40 went down. I gained 30 pounds since last year, and my 40 went down 4 seconds. So that was good. So now at the end, I'm 6'1", 220, and I feel great.
Yes, sir, bro. Love to see it. Let the people know. I know, obviously, you got school strength training, but you hit a pretty big lift the other day.
Oh yeah. So I gained about 20 pounds on my bench since working with Jacob, and then I hit 5 plates on squat. So
yes, sir.
About 70 pounds onto my squat. So that's huge for me. Yeah.
Love to see it. That's pretty baller, and it's really a testament to the hard work that you've done. Obviously, following what you've been doing, obviously with the peer as well. Definitely proud of what you've done. Like, that's definitely no joke, especially considering how athletic and strong you already are, and then having some results like that is definitely no joke, man. Love to see it. Awesome. Then I know you end up picking up a couple offers in this time. Tell people a little bit about like what that's been like and how you've been interacting with these coaches now and like what you've seen.
Yeah, for sure. So right before, probably 2 days before I started working with Jacob, I got an offer from Northern Michigan. Then about 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, I got an offer from River Falls. And then yesterday I got an offer from Minnesota-Duluth. And talking to a bunch of coaches, making connections. I think that helped me a lot. With my recruiting process, and then Jacob, of course, helping me, letting me know what's like a good idea, like where to go, where to talk to, and like who's interested. So
For sure. Love to see it. For you, Andy, kind of talk on the parent perspective, what we've been able to do a little bit with Drew through his time, and I've been able to help him out a little bit with the recruiting process as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, if anybody like watches this and has not had a kid go through a recruiting process before, it's one of the freaking most stressful things ever. So with as involved as I am with the Pere varsity football program, I only have so much control over this situation. And as much as I want to be able to help, but never having been through this before, especially the new age of recruiting with the transfer portal and everything. I mean, I just felt absolutely lost as far as what else can I do to help. But I think your insights on, who to talk to, what to prioritize as far as what camps to go to, what you need to focus on most from a physical performance level to impress the coaches or get attention. That's been a tremendous help. Tremendous. Like I am pretty resourceful as far as like reaching out to other people to ask questions about this recruiting process, but I felt like I think the answers that you gave us were as straightforward as I've experienced with everybody else that I've talked to. I think we've gotten a lot more accomplished since we latched on to your program, and the results are speaking for themselves. And there's a huge 3 months coming up where he's going to be going to camps and everything. And what's cool is the coaches at these camps now know he's coming ahead of time. And is what happened last year, where he just kind of showed up at camps and coaches didn't know him, and the conversations afterwards were pretty paltry. I mean, they demonstrated interest, but I mean, trying to keep the follow-up and the constant communication going was a challenge like throughout the whole year. But now it just feels like most of the coaches are doing all the work trying to reach out to him instead of us reaching out to them. So,
Of course. So that's exactly what we want. I'm glad to hear that that's how it's been working for you guys. It's great. Then looking back at when we started this, Drew, did you have any like specific beliefs about online training when we initially got rolling with this?
I was like, me personally, I thought that since I don't have a person to coach me, like a person, then like, so I know if I'm doing the drills or whatever training you're telling me to do, like if I'm doing it right or not. That was maybe like a doubt I had for the training, but the way that you helped me through sending videos through Google Drive and then sending me the revisions would definitely help me a lot and changed my like point of view on online training.
Of course. I love to see it. Cool. For you, Andy, was there anything in specific that you weren't sure about coming into some online training?
Not really. I wasn't too intimidated by what was going on online. Like I said, I have a pretty extensive background in knowing what to do and everything. So I can pretty easily pick out like who the phonies are online. And I was the one that kind of ran across your Instagram profile first and kind of showed it to Drew, just because, when I ran across some of the things that you were doing and the approach you were taking, I just felt like that was kind of the aspect that has been missing from his training regimen. And I have enough trust in him to know that he can learn really fast visually and auditorily. He doesn't need necessarily someone physically holding his hand and guiding him through movements with his experience. So I had no doubts at all that if you got him doing some of the stuff that you were doing, that it would pay off.
Love to see it. Glad to hear it. For you, Drew, like what type of player, like person or recruit do you feel this would be the right fit for?
I feel like if you were in my position where you have all the aspects you need to be like recruited, but you just need to get faster. I think that's why I joined. So, if you're in that position, I think that you should definitely try Jacob out.
Of course. Love it. For you, Andy, is there anything in specific for like a specific athlete or a specific family even that you think this could be the right fit for?
I think probably any athlete that's driven enough to want to explore or pursue getting recruited and playing college football. I think your program would be excellent for anybody. I mean, with Drew starting, like you had mentioned before, I think his athleticism was pretty decent to start with. But I mean, obviously he busted through the plateau he was hitting. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters whether or not you need a ton of work to get better or be seen by coaches, or if you need to just sharpen yourself up a little bit. I think that the program should address that for a whole spectrum of athletes that want to play college football.
Love to see it. Cool. Then for you, Drew, is there anyone in specific that's like this wouldn't be the right fit for?
If you're not looking to go play college football and you're not willing to put the work in, then not the right fit.
Gotcha. Pretty straightforward with that one. For you, Andy, is there anyone in specific that might not be the right fit for?
I mean, yeah, same thing. Like you gotta be motivated, self-motivated enough to be able to carry out, what's taught to you and be able to do it when people aren't watching you. You know what I mean? Like that old cliche, like you get better, behind closed doors when no one's watching. I mean, when you're motivated enough to do the stuff on your own, you'll be absolutely fine. But if you need your hand held in person and you need reminders or calls from someone else to tell you to be at the gym at X amount of time or whatever, any program's not going to work if you have that mentality. But yeah, if you're motivated, you'll see something from this.
Agreed. Thank you. I guess for you, Drew, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about doing this?
I'd just say give it a shot. Just send it. Go for it. You're gonna get out. You're gonna get out what you put in. So, I mean, I'd say do it.
I like it. Andy, is there anything that you would say to maybe like a parent or a family who's on the fence about doing this?
I would trust it. I mean, it's just, with the amount of money I've spent helping him kind of achieve his goals the last few years, the cost or investment that it takes to be offered a program that will work from day one. If parents understand that early on in the process, you can actually save a lot of money by wasting it on other garbage. So
yeah,
if I had to do it over again, I would absolutely do this again.
Love to see it. Awesome. And for either of you guys, is there anything else that you would like to leave the viewers with here?
The most important thing is if you're going to do it, go all in, don't half-ass it, and you're going to get some pretty crazy results.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
Yeah, I know. I want to say what I like about it is the time you put into individualizing a program and not canning it for everybody, because everybody's a little different for what their needs are. And I think that individualistic nature of how you're running this is what is most beneficial for any athlete that comes in. So it's not a cookbook. It's not a generic canned program. It is like individually tailored for what the needs are for each individual athlete, and that's important, and it's rare to kind of come by that. So
I appreciate those words. I know AI is rampant nowadays. Where can they find you on Instagram, Drew?
Drew Tabor, 3 R's at the end.
There we go. I like it. Well, I appreciate both of you guys hopping on and giving me some of your honest thoughts.
Mhm.